Sunnyside in Toy Story 3 wasn't the cheerful daycare it seemed to be on the surface. Behind the bright walls and playful energy, it worked more like a prison, with Lotso calling all the shots. In this video, let's take a closer look at how he managed to take control of Sunnyside and turn it into his own personal kingdom. Lotso didn't just stumble into power. His journey started after he felt betrayed and abandoned by his owner Daisy. When he realized he had been replaced, he left with Big Baby and Chuckles the clown.
She replaced us. Come on.
No, she only replaced you.
She replaced all of us, didn't she? She don't love you no more. Now come on!
The three of them stuck together for a while, but only Chuckles managed to escape after he was broken and later found by Bonnie. Big Baby wasn't so lucky. Still deeply attached to Daisy, Big Baby was vulnerable, and Lotso used that to his advantage. By constantly manipulating his emotions, he turned him into loyal muscle, someone who would enforce his authority without question. The movie doesn't fully show us every step of Lotso's rise to power, but it gives us enough hints to piece together the bigger picture. One thing is clear, he didn't become leader overnight. His takeover of Sunnyside was slow, deliberate, and incredibly calculated. Lotso knew exactly how to present himself. He had that sweet strawberry scent, the warm voice, and the kind grandfatherly act that made him seem like he only wanted the best for everyone. This friendly image was a mask that covered his true manipulative nature. He was a master at hiding his real intentions, and because of this, the other toys quickly saw him as a role model. They respected him, trusted him, and in many cases even admired him. Whenever new toys arrived at Sunnyside, Lotso played the perfect host. He welcomed them with open arms, gave them tours, and painted a picture of a perfect life where they'd be loved by kids forever.
When the kids get old, new ones come in. When they get old, new ones replace them. You'll never be outgrown or neglected, never abandoned or forgotten. No owners means no heartbreak.
He sold the dream, making Sunnyside look like a paradise, a place where toys could finally find peace and happiness. What they didn't know was that behind the charm and fake kindness, Lotso was already pulling the strings, setting the rules, and shaping Sunnyside into a place that worked entirely under his control. At the beginning, he managed to win everyone at Sunnyside over with his charm. He acted kind, caring, and dependable, the kind of leader toys thought they could rely on. Since Sunnyside was such a big community, most toys were relieved that someone was willing to step up and organize things. But slowly, that kindness turned into control. Bit by bit, Lotso started making rules, and those rules turned into dominance. He decided who went where, who got to play with which kids, and who had real power. Lotso was smart. He knew the best way to keep control was to divide the toys. So, he created a strict system that separated the new arrivals from the older loyal toys. He always had a dislike for new toys, so they were the ones who got the worst treatment. Instead of going to the gentle butterfly room with the older kids, newcomers were sent to the caterpillar room, a nightmare zone where toddlers chewed on them, threw them around, and treated them like nothing. This broke their spirits quickly, leaving them weak, tired, and desperate. By the time they realized what was happening, they were too worn down to fight back. Meanwhile, Lotso and his loyal inner circle lived in comfort. His closest followers were rewarded with a spot in the butterfly room, where the playtime was safe and gentle. This created a system where loyalty to Lotso came with perks, while defiance meant suffering. Sunnyside became a place where power meant everything, and Lotso sat at the very top. And he didn't just rely on fear of bad playtime. Lotso made sure no one dared to question him.
Listen up, folks. We got a way of doing things here at Sunnyside. If you start at the bottom, pay your dues, life here can be a dream come true. But if you break our rules, step out of line, try to check out early, well, you're just hurting yourself.
If anyone broke the rules or tried to stand up against him, he had ways to make them pay. Sometimes toys were locked up, tossed aside, or publicly punished to send a message. It was his way of reminding everyone that Sunnyside wasn't a daycare anymore, it was his prison. Those who followed him lived better, but only if they kept others in line. For a long time, nobody dared to challenge him. Lotso had built his empire on fear, lies, and manipulation. But in the end, his reign crumbled. Woody and his friends exposed the truth about him, and Big Baby finally realized that Lotso had lied about Daisy.
What? You want your mommy back? She never loved you. Don't be such a baby!
She hadn't abandoned them out of cruelty. She had simply moved on with a new toy, something Lotso could never accept. That revelation broke Big Baby's loyalty, and in one powerful moment, he turned on Lotso and threw him in the dumpster, ending his rule. Everything he built, the respect, the fear, the illusion of leadership, collapsed instantly. And what made him truly dangerous wasn't his strength or even his followers. It was his ability to twist reality and convince others to believe in his broken worldview. That's why Lotso remains one of Pixar's most chilling and unforgettable villains.